Hello, buddy on the Wicked channel. My name's David, and I'm answering the Pagan Ron challenge. This is about door knockers, as per his request. I have no idea why the clock's got to go off every time I'm doing this, so I'll pause for a minute and let it finish cuckooing. Okay. So anyway, it's actually a really good story. At the time, I was living by myself, didn't have a wife, didn't have a kid, and anyone that knows me, ever since the fire dance of '91, I have been pretty much known for never really taking my robes off. I always seem to wear them. I do this for several reasons. One, it's like my own dedication to the god and goddess, and number two, they are extremely comfortable. I mean, they're nice, they're comfortable, they're soft, so I mean, what more could you ask for? Plus now, since I'm a diabetic, I got poor circulation, I'm always cold. These things are basically like having a blanket wrapped around me, so it keeps me quite warm and toasty, so that's another reason. Like I said, the only time I do take them off is when I'm in town or at work, because I live here in the Bible Belt and it's grossly religious. So I'd probably be chased down with pitchforks and torches and set on fire. But anyway, anyone that knows me knows I do kind of have a sick sense of humor at times. I'm a nice person, polite, but I'm also a little bit on the evil side when it comes to messing with people and doing practical jokes, just a gross sense of humor. So anyway, this guy knocks on the door. It's like 7:30 in the morning. Okay, I have just got up, had a rough night at work, and this is my day off. I want to relax, unwind. So I have already got my candles lit. I have my music going. You know, I have coffee brewing, and I'm about ready to cook breakfast. And this guy knocks on the door. Now, I'm not a morning person. It takes me about an hour or two to wake up, and it takes probably about a pot of coffee just to do that. So the guy knocks on the door. When I answer the door, because I'm wondering who it is, because I have no friends at the time, you know, just the ones that I've associated with that taught me the way, and you know, other friends of theirs, but, you know, not on a daily basis, not on a weekly basis or monthly basis. You know, probably on a yearly basis, we talk a couple times, that's it. So I'm a reclusive person, and I enjoy my privacy. So I'm wondering who's at the door. So I answer the door, and I have never seen a door knocker like this. Maybe some of y'all can explain to me what branch he is, but he's wearing a hat, like a little oddball red hat. Right, I mean, it kind of looks like a Shriner's hat, but I'm not really 100% sure. But he did have the King James Bible, and he is dressed top to bottom GQ. I mean, he has nice pressed clothes, not a wrinkle in them, not a speck of dust on it or hair, and shoes are shined to the point where if the sun was out at full stance, it'd probably blind me in the eye. And he asked me if he'd come inside and tell me about the love of Jesus Christ. You know, I'm like, sure, come on in. So he comes in, I close the door. He offered him a seat at the green chair by the door, and he sat down. Then he notices what I'm wearing. And he asked me about it. And I'm like, well, you know, this is really comfortable. This is what I prefer to wear. You know, I mean, to each his own, right? You know, he laughed and said that he agreed, you know, just whatever. You know, different strokes for different folks. And, you know, he's not judgmental at all. He's actually very, very nice. And he starts looking around the house, and he notices I got pictures of the horned god just everywhere. I have the goddess pictures and moon pictures and a nice big giant picture of Stonehenge mural that I painted on the wall. He also notices that there's a lot of pinnacles lying around the house. I mean, I have them hanging from a ceiling fan. I have them hanging on the wall. I got one around my neck. I mean, I got a pinnacle clock. I mean, I have pinnacles everywhere. And he notices I have my broom by the doorway, and so on and so forth. And, you know, he starts getting a little uptight. And I think he realized where he was at, you know, which he really shouldn't be scared. My house is, you know, open to anybody. It's warm, you know, it's positive feeling, you know, but for him, not knowing what it was at the time, then, yeah, I mean, I'd be scared too. You know, and he asked me what I was, and I explained to him that I was of the old faith, and went into details of what it was. And, you know, he never judged me, never said a word, nothing negative. He asked me if I'd take a couple of flyers or pamphlets and a free Bible, and I'm like, well, you know, not to offend you, sure, I don't mind accepting it. So he took it, and at the same time, I had some pamphlets because at the time I had the North Alabama Witches Alliance uh, thing going on. So I gave him a couple flyers of mine. He accepted them, and he read them right there, and he stuck them in his Bible, and never said a damn thing. I mean, he was really, really nice. This was a good experience. So we started talking more, because I like a good conversation on religious beliefs and practices, and offered him some coffee, and he said yes. Which he gets 10 points for actually drinking it, because if I walk into a person's house that's wearing a black robe with candles lit, with space age music going on, then there's not a damn thing I'm going to eat out of that house or drink. So he gets 10 points for that. He even stayed for breakfast, and he said it was probably the best meal that he has ever had in the last couple of weeks, and that's how it ended. It was beautiful. So I give my experience 10 points up because we understood each other perfectly. We didn't judge each other. We accepted each other's gifts and pamphlets, and he left. I shook his hand and told him Godspeed on his way, and that I do good things, and he said he would, and he would hope that I do the same as well. And that's pretty much how it ended.